The tokenized bull run on XRP. It is officially beginning, and Ripple definitely is at the forefront of it, and they are opening up the floodgates. I am very excited about this. We're going to be talking about it. Welcome everyone to the channel. My name is Nick. For all those that are new to the channel, I hope that by the end of this video, you are a subscriber and you join the journey along with all of us here. As we look at Ripple, they have been putting out a lot of these reports regarding tokenization, specifically scaling it, and it is all through DLT. And the XRP ledger definitely is at the forefront of this. We know this because of all of the documents outlined by Ripple utilizing XRP and the XRPL. And in a recent report from 2 weeks ago, we have the tokenization market could reach 20 trillion by 2030. Now, have you been noticing something very interesting about these predictions around tokenization? At first, it was like, 10 trillion, then it was 16 trillion, now it's 20 trillion. And it really makes me think and wonder. And I'm like, I don't think that they really understand how much money is going to be flowing through tokenization. I think that they realize it, but I think that it's very hard for them to predict this because of, the unknowns. Like how much money really is going to be flowing through the space in the next 6 years by 2030. Nobody knows. But if we're talking about BlackRock already being here and they have these very ambitious plans around tokenization and utilizing this technology, and then you look at like what the BIS is telling us and all these major players, it's very clear to me that it's not going to be valued in the trillions. There's absolutely no way that's going to be valued in the trillions. Now, is this going to happen by 2030 in terms of like quadrillions of dollars flowing through this market? No. I think that by 2030, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I think that the market could very well see anywhere between 50 to $100 trillion in valuation by 2030. And we're not just talking about, tokenized things of value moving over this market. I think that mass adoption through enterprise applications is going to happen very fast once they go live. All it really takes is one major enterprise that has, millions and millions and even hundreds of millions of users utilizing their platform to tap into DLT. Like imagine if tomorrow Amazon started utilizing DLT for payment settlement on their platform. I mean, it would be insane, but that's a possibility. That's something that could potentially happen. Which is something that I'm really kind of looking forward to seeing by 2030. But outside of this, there was a recent video that got posted by XRP Drops, and it's Ripple's Katrin Caller on the near future of tokenization. What we're seeing at the moment is much more in the TradFi space. Larger companies like BlackRock, Fidelity, and Goldman Sachs getting into the space. A lot of it is driven by digitization and tokenization of financial products and reinventing existing value chains. And listen closely to this.
I do think we will, what we are seeing at the moment is much more in the traditional financial space. Also thinking about larger companies like BlackRock, Fidelity, and Goldman Sachs getting into the space. A lot of it is driven by digitization and tokenization of financial products and reinventing existing value chains, where we do see it in the Western market at the moment.
I want you all to succeed this alt season, so I put together a full list of tools that you guys can utilize to track where the largest whales are putting their money in this space that could ultimately net you a ton of ROI. I'm also giving out 30 free crypto gems that are fully researched and even broken down into specific risk categories. Both of these guides are completely free. All you have to do is claim your access right now by utilizing one of the links down in the description below. What are you guys waiting for? Make sure that you guys have access to this, especially for this alt season that is nearing. And, she is 100% right. Like almost, listen, the way that I like to look at this is your friends, their friends, and if you're younger, right? If you're in like if you're just younger, your parents, their favorite bank or the companies that they're using for their financial products like Fidelity and Goldman and BlackRock, like all of these companies that are so well known, they're blue chips, they're names that everyone knows about, they're all now looking at this technology. So what does that go to show you, right? Like, where do you see us in 5 years? Well, if every single one of these companies are, adopt it and utilize that mass scale by massive amounts of people with massive amounts of valuation behind it, that's all going to start to flow into this new technology class because it's all focused on digitization, tokenization. Like, this is happening, and it's happening in real time. Like, we're watching this unfold, and it's kind of interesting because if we go back a year ago or even 2 years ago, a lot of these discussions that we are having today, it's like night and day. But if we go back to like 2020, there was so much speculation around this market. Now we don't even have to speculate because it's actually happening, which I think that, outside of price action, I think that that's even more interesting because this will lead us down the path towards price action. And I'm very excited about this. Now, also, the DTCC. See, the thing about the trillions and the quadrillions of dollars, I look at what the DTCC is doing. I look at these big names like the DTCC that are moving and settling quadrillions of dollars worth of securities per year. Remember that securities transactions still have those same inefficiencies that like cross-border payments have, for an example. Slow, they're inefficient, they can, fail, transparency is rough, the time to settle is insane. Like, that's why when we look at securities transactions, they're like ripe for disruption, and they're quadrillions of dollars. The DTCC wants to collaborate with the market to build an end-to-end ecosystem for digital assets. This is the global head of the DTCC Digital Assets. Big shout out to Subjective Views for this. Check it out.
The aspiration in the piece that we've all missed is really building a very solid infrastructure, right? DTCC and others are known to provide the infrastructure in the market for our capital markets today. And what is lacking is a similar infrastructure for digital assets. And that is key. So right now, my focus and the focus of our team in DTCC is to really collaborate with the market and start to build an end-to-end ecosystem. It's not all going to be maintained and created by DTCC, but DTCC is going to provide that impetus, if you will, to start to bring the market together. And then we'll start to build there. And to your point, Dominic, I think from the assets, it's not going to be a surprise to anybody. We definitely believe funds, and we've been very successful in the work that we've done with WisdomTree Prime, for example, to show that you can tokenize 40 Act funds and be very, very successful at doing that. You can tokenize money market funds. You can tokenize private assets. The tokenization component, I've learned, running Securrency for the time that I have, is not the hard part. The scary part is I can do it. You probably could do it with that phone you showed me earlier. Tokenization is not hard. What is hard is how does that then, how do you embed that seamlessly into a legacy infrastructure, which unfortunately we do need to maintain. It's impossible to think in the near future that 100% of our assets will get digitized. So you still need to have a balance between the old and the new. You still need to risk manage that really well. And most importantly, you can't lose track of the client experience, right? So that's why the infrastructure component is really important. And that's where we're going to double down our efforts. And I have been calling on the industry, and I hope, forgive me, because I'm going to do it again now, right? We shouldn't be competing on infrastructure. Nobody wins on infrastructure. You need scalability, you need resiliency, you need safety. And this is where there's safety in numbers with all of us collaborating. Once we get that infrastructure done, then go out and compete on the strength of your ideas, compete on the features of your product. And that's where I'm hoping that DTCC will lead in that area.
And, this is happening. Just like she said, tokenization is the easy part. Getting it embedded within traditional finance, that's where there's some challenges. But in the recent moves being made by some of these names like BlackRock, for an example, like with Citadel down in Texas with the new stock exchange, remember, there has to be a market for these things, for these tokenized things of value. I also think that that's one of their goals. I think that they want to have a tokenized stock exchange, but I think that they want to make a market around these tokenized assets. we're now starting to see those moves being made. Now, also over here, we have gold and silver tokens will go live on the XRP ledger in Q3, combining the world's oldest currency with the reliability, utility, and accessibility offered by the XRP ledger. And this is with Meld Gold. Now, they originally were powered by Algorand, and they still are, but now it's also coming to the XRP-L, multi-chain. Now, this is very exciting, and they gave us a few things to really kind of read over, which is why XRPL, what will Meld Gold launch, and integrating the XRP ledger. We have a decentralized layer 1 blockchain known for reliability and stability in tokenizing and exchanging crypto native and real-world assets. The XRP ledger offers institutional-grade functionality and built-in features to enable secure, efficient, and scalable financial services and use cases. What will Meld Gold launch? Gold and silver tokens will go live on the XRP-L in Q3, combining the world's oldest currency with the reliability, utility, and accessibility offered by the XRP-L. The Meld Gold team will continue driving physical RWA innovation into a multi-chain future, 100%. That's awesome to hear. Integrating the XRP ledger as the second blockchain alongside Algorand is another step towards delivering unmatched access to assets such as gold and silver with industry-leading technologies. And this is amazing to see. And the best part about this is this confirms exactly what we were thinking. Even over here, big shout out to Good Morning Crypto, we have Ripple president confirms XRP does not compete with USD stablecoin. XRP is a bridge asset for the long tail of currency pairs. In the future, when you have new types of assets, tokenized and on-chain, having a really efficient intermediary bridge asset to make any pair liquid is important. Is XRP built to be the bridge currency for tokenized assets? And I personally believe that it is. Check it out.
If you've got the stablecoin, is there a need for XRP in this mix?
Absolutely. The use case for XRP in particular is as it was envisioned by the original creators of the ledger and of XRP, and that is as a bridge asset for the long tail of currency pairs. And we're talking about tokenization of other types of assets. In the future, when you have new types of assets tokenized on chain, having a really efficient intermediary bridge asset to make any pair liquid is.
And this is exactly what our thought process has been behind this anyways, right? Like, as we really look at what's going on, I also think that this is what Ripple's goal is. I mean, look at some of the moves made this year with like Zonix and Ripple partner to bring multi-asset tokenization onto the XRP ledger. Like, this is multi-assets. Like, this is so many things of value on chain. We're talking about, tokenized real estate, tokenized art, tokenized wine, like you name it, like anything of value, anything that has value tied to it will be able to be tokenized. And, when we think about this and the XRP-L and XRP definitely has a significant advantage here to be that bridge currency and really kind of bridge these things. Even over here, Ripple partners with Axler to boost real world asset tokenization on the XRP-L. Like, this is all happening, and it happened this year as well. And it just goes to show you that the RWA bull run is happening on the XRP ledger. Like, this is happening right now. And also over here, big shout out to Good Morning Crypto, but also Paul Barron Network for this. Ripple and XRP era of tokenized assets begins. BNY Mellon, the world's largest custodian bank, reports that 97% of asset managers believe tokenization will revolutionize finance. January 29th, 2024, BNY Mellon's head of digital asset products departs for Ripple. Has Ripple positioned the XRP ledger to dominate the tokenization of real-world assets? Check it out.
For XRP or for Ripple, tokenized assets are going to be the vehicle that this is going to, I think, transact around. And if you follow where the money is going, you probably would agree. Here's a clip to talk about that.
BNY Mellon is the world's largest custodial bank. They're the bank that your banks bank with. And they did a study of institutional asset managers to get their opinions on what they think about this space. And that report found that 97% of asset managers believe that tokenization will revolutionize the asset management industry. The ones with more than $1 trillion, basically the largest asset managers, 100% of them are interested in this space. So I don't know about you, but I've always been told, follow the money. And this is where the money is going.
And if you do follow the money and you also follow the major moves of key executives, because that usually is another indicator. Here's one right here. BNY Mellon's head of digital asset product departs for, guess what, Ripple. So do you guys see this? I mean, hopefully you're watching this right now and you're thinking, this is the potential bellwether component of the market that is going to start to really perk its head up there in terms of real world assets and tokenized securities all starting to become.
But even if you followed the money, I mean, outside of BNY Mellon, guys, look at the board of directors behind Ripple. I mean, we're talking about previous US treasurers, Federal Reserve workers, major bankers at JP Morgan, and, massive giants. Like, these are the names coming over to Ripple. Do you think that they're coming over to Ripple and getting a job because it might be successful? Like, no. This is why I believe that, for the longest time, Ripple has, their path has been solidified. And XRP is solidified within this as well. And I think that Monica Long really kind of addressed that here. I think that she gave us a little bit of an insight on what they are positioning XRP for in terms of tokenized assets. Outside of that, yes, they're still positioning XRP as a bridge currency between cross-border payments, but also even CBDCs. But this is the tokenized bull run beginning on the XRP ledger. And yes, I do think that it will lead to massive amounts of price action. And I think that we're getting close to that. I think that this whole season is just beginning. I think that we're getting close to phase 2. I would say within the next 3-6 months, this market tops. And I've talked about this on multiple occasions. So let's see what happens. I'm very excited about the future. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, though. If you guys did enjoy this video, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.